do that as well, but this is one of my fables I'm doing on the open mic. I'm also a visual artist, so I finished one of my pieces that kind of goes with it, and I'm going to place it here just for, like, you know, a distraction. You know, and then I'll is that better? And then I'll start with my fable. Just a preliminary. I wrote these 6 of them. I'm presenting one. This summer, when I was staying at a shelter, I'm recently coming out of being houseless and finally have a room. So I'm happy to be here in Portland. I was living in Corvallis, and that's kind of the background context for this. So I am going to tell you a story of my own creation, a fable which begins as a series of 6 polarities, 6 binary dualities. A story about the lion, Leo, and the eagle, Aquarius. To help you understand, the lion, as you know, is the king of kings and the son of sunshine. His monarchy is the same as his martyrdom. He was born as a child of Mother Earth to compete with the greed of other consumers, since in this world, life consumes life. He consumes the consumers by any means to protect his pride, his family, and to keep the world's balance in order. He does this without thinking because he does not need to think. His acts come directly from the heart and the spine. His ego is the greatest because his spirit is strong and centered. His ego is what started our human world and our civilization 12,000 years ago. But he is now old and dying. His self-indulgence has racked his mind. Now he acts out of cruel arrogance as he cannot accept his lack of youth, which has turned to vanity. He knows his death approaches, and that his own lion cubs, or even worse, the cubs of other lions, may turn against him someday. He lacks insight and wisdom because he's avoiding them, as they may reveal to him his own failures, which his heart and ego cannot accept. He needs a knowledgeable advisor, but every other animal fears him and his wrath, so they hide from him, except one, the eagle. The eagle sees all and knows all, although to achieve this, he must detach himself from the earth. While the lion has ruled over the kingdom of earth, the eagle rules over the kingdom of the sky, also known as the kingdom of heaven. The eagle is older than the lion. The eagle is a descendant of those ancient reptiles, dinosaurs, who ruled the earth long before the lion. The eagle's raptor ancestors were the first to take the plunge off the cliff into the abyss, the dark sea of infinity. They broke the barriers of perception by taking their metabolic, sexual, and love energies to the maximum end, the end of the ego. For the ego is always defeated, just as the human being is always defeated in the end. On a greater quest for knowledge, meaning, and purpose, the eagle had jumped to its own death only to be reborn again in a new form. The eagle can only take what it needs. Anything more, and it will be too weighed down and unable to fly. The eagle watches everything, and since it has already plunged its ego into the abyss, it is free to soar to new heights and new worlds. The lion and the eagle are best friends and worst enemies. They hold the kingdom of earth, the realm of the mother, and the kingdom of heaven, the realm of the father, and balanced for all of their life to exist. They learn from each other and fear each other. When in a balanced and harmonious union, the lion and the eagle form one being, a mythic creature from ancient times, known as a griffin. When the lion shares his spirit in his heart without expectation or payment, and the eagle shares his knowledge in his mind without expectation or payment, only then does the world we know continue to exist. When the balance is broken, this world will cease to exist, and another will be born from the ashes of the old. That is the end of the story for now. I'm sure you can all take over from here, but remember this. What is required to break the barriers of perception of reality comes from within. Power plants, drugs, and material enhancements are only used to help in the beginning. When you are young, but have forgotten how to fly, like you did when you were a kid, like when you dream, the true power of heightened awareness and consciousness comes from the exercises and trances the body goes through during the challenges and stress the universe throws at you. Because we must all be prepared and ready for the war in our minds with the peace in our hearts to save our people. I'll be seeing you all on the warrior's path, on my way home, down the river of time, to those I love, once again when the summer comes, or in other words, Oroshe the Vahawalia, Oroshe the Vahawalia, Oroshe the Vahawalia, and Nish Erhak Ansvali.